Hello everyone and welcome to the Dice Commando YouTube channel. I'm Andrew with you here as always. Today's unboxing video features Star Wars Legion by Fantasy Flight Games. This video and others like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. Please show your support with a like and subscribe, and be sure to hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any new videos. If you want to get involved with the channel, consider becoming a channel member. There are many benefits to channel membership, including access to our Discord, exclusive deck tech and strategy videos, and the opportunity to help create channel content. I want to sincerely thank all our channel members, as I truly couldn't do this without your support. You guys rock. Go Commando. Hello everyone, welcome to Dice Commando for something I've been looking forward to for a long time. I'm finally going to be unboxing my Darth Maul and Sith Probe Droids expansion here. And it's really all about Darth Maul. So before we get into this, just a very quick story. I realize I'm, about 6 weeks, maybe even a little more late to the party on doing this. Kind of the backstory is, in my family, you don't buy yourself stuff headed into Christmas time, right? And so Maul was on my Christmas list. I of course got him for Christmas, and then when he came out, we heard that these guys were on allocation. And even though I didn't specifically want Anakin at the time, I kind of, dropped a hint to my wife, and I was like, look, both these are on allocation. We might not ever be able to get Anakin again because of the whole FFG AMG thing. Who knows? So she, of course, you guys know my wife. She's amazing. She picked me up both. So I'm actually not going to be unboxing Anakin because I don't need him right now. And I kind of am just waiting for Ahsoka, which, at this point probably will never happen from a Padawan standpoint. Otherwise, they probably would have done it. But I have him, and I'm just going to kind of keep him, and if I can get him and Ahsoka on the table, we'll do them together. But like I said, I know I'm late, but this is me finally finding the time to sit down and enjoy opening my Christmas present, which is Maul. So that's what we're going to do. So very excited about this. He's one of my favorite characters. So he comes in, as you can see here, he comes in, this is the pose that geez, we showed this in, August, I think, something like that. This is kind of the pose that they have painted up and showed. Now he has, also you can do him basically in the same pose with it in the front, and then he has just one here. And it's kind of funny, you can actually, because he has the back arm and the front arm and the same body, you can actually do a four-bladed saber. We'll probably put that together here if I can without sacrificing too much. But I actually like this pose the most, and we'll see once he actually also has two head options. We'll see once we get the heads together which one I go with. I don't know. I'm just kind of partial. I know it's not very creative, but I'm just kind of partial to this one, which is the one they painted up, and I don't know. It looks pretty good to me. But we'll play around with it, and then we'll of course I'll probably just put one of the droids together for this because. Or at least on camera, and then we'll do them all and show it. But anyway, let's get to it, right? So very, very exciting, at least for me. Like I said, I can record it and enjoy it, and at the very least talk to myself, right? So, all right. Oh, of course I just ripped the box. Of course I did. All right, safety first. All right, so here we go. Here's the rules insert that'll tell us everything we need to know about our options. So there we go. Actually, we can't even, let me zoom out a bit just so we can get them all. Hold on just a sec. There we go. So there are three options. We have front saber, we have back saber, which is what we're gonna do. That's this guy down here. And then we have kind of the angled saber, all the various parts there, but again, it's the same body. And then you don't have any real options on the probe droids, but I don't think you need them. And of course, we have all the normal stuff we need to know. There are, some pretty important stuff with him here, but we'll go into his cards, of course, after we look at the beautiful, beautiful model. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in the box. These cards, normal stuff. Offensive stance and defensive stance. All right, but let's get into the meat of this. There's more than one gray sprue. Oh, that makes sense. The small sprues, the droids. That makes sense. Nothing super exciting there. Although the droids themselves are actually pretty darn good. We've got a pretty standard, looks like the same one that came with the ARC Troopers in terms of flight stands. And here we go. Here is our boy. Actually, we're holding him the wrong way to see his face. Where's his, oh no, we weren't. It's over there. There's his face. Sorry, I couldn't see him, so there we go. There are our head options. Kind of hard to see, but you have a, well, especially when it's blurry like that. There we go. We've got a gritty face, angry face, and stoic face. And all sorts of lightsabers. All right, very, very, very cool. So I'm gonna cut away. I'm actually gonna do this off camera, put them together just so I can, enjoy the experience. And we'll be right back to look at the cards. All right, so here are his tokens, or their tokens, I guess, since it's 2 units, and then his cards. We'll take this apart here. And the tokens are pretty standard. There's nothing super awesome about that. But let's go look at our boy here. Well, you know what? Let's build the anticipation. So there are the Sith probe droids. Make sure we leave enough room for the upgrades. That looks about right. All right, so they have Observe 3 detachment Maul. They have to be taken with Maul. And then Hover Air 1 and Incognito. But the most important thing is they can mark people, which is pretty awesome. All right, here we go. Here's Maul. Oh man, what a beast. So he has Jump 1, that's pretty standard. He has Deflect, which means that if I spend a dodge token, I get Surge to block, and they suffer a wound, which is pretty awesome. Immune to Pierce, but the major thing is we have Juyo, which means my boy can take an extra action as long as he's wounded. And then look at that big old bladed lightsaber. I'm almost certainly gonna play this guy with Force Throw, at least my first time on the table. So his specific, I knew we weren't out far enough. There we go. So his cards are, at last, we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. While revealing a command hand, treat this card as though it has 3 pips. Maul gains 1 aim token and Jedi Hunter. When he activates, he may suffer 1 wound. Then he gets an extra action, right? Because of Juyo. 2 pip. The Phantom Menace. Maul cannot attack. Enemy units beyond range 2 of Maul cannot attack, but this one has a Divulge during deploy, in which case he gains Infiltrate. During the first round, he and a friendly Sith probe droid units cannot perform objective card actions. I mean, that makes sense, right? This card after it's revealed. And then we have another 1 pip. Remember, this one's 1, but it's treated as though it's a 3 for building. Okay. Then here we have Maul gains 1 dodge and disengage. While he's engaged with an enemy unit cannot spend aim, dodge, standby, or surge tokens. Screw you, clones. That's right. Screw you, clones. All right, looking at his upgrades here. We have offensive stance, which I think we're all well aware, flips over, to defensive stance. But Maul doesn't care about defense, he cares about offense, just like Anakin does. Very nice. We have Seize the Initiative. We have Offensive Push, always fun. It's funny, when that first came out, I was like, man, how am I gonna get an offensive push? Now I've got a ton of them. We have Force Barrier, right? This guy comes with a ton of upgrades, which you don't normally see. You usually see about 3 or 4 of these small cards. Anger. Fear. Force Choke. And he even has a Comms Jammer. The only card he doesn't come with that I wish he did, because I don't have it, is Force Throw. I really wish he came with a Force Throw, because that would, I don't have one, and I'd love one. If you have one of those promos, let me know. Send it my way. Love you. All right. Anyway, very exciting. Very, very exciting. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. All right, so I'm gonna cut away, I'm gonna go build him, and I'll bring him back and show him off. Thanks much. Hey guys, so I'm putting him together. There's this one little piece. He's got kind of like, I don't know, a cod piece isn't really the right way to say it, but it's basically it covers his junk, right? And going in front. It took me a long time to figure out where this goes. So just showing anybody else that maybe is confusing. You see, you put him together like that. The rest of them goes together pretty easy. This actually fits in. It fits in right here. It's a little hard to do. I'll obviously do it with my hands, but it fits in right there. It kind of puts him together, and like I said, it covers his junk. So, hey guys, back with another learning actually. So this is piece A07, which I mean you can kind of figure it out if you look at the sprue that it belongs here, but it's not very clear, right? Because usually most of these are near the actual main spot, whereas this one's kind of over here. But I mean that is what it is. The problem here, if I can show it correctly, let's maybe flip it over. You can see that this arm, it has a little notch to where it goes into his body. And it's very, very like insanely close to the cut point. So you just make sure that you're very careful here to not actually cut off the slot that's supposed to go in, because that's kind of a better example, right? That you're supposed to cut it here, right there. And it can be kind of a little misleading because again, that slot's supposed to go into the arm on his body, and the little sprue piece goes right into it. So I could definitely see making that mistake. And maybe that's a better angle. I could definitely see making that mistake. So just be very careful on that. All right, so just having a little bit of fun here. I know it's a little hard because I can't glue him in and it doesn't stick real well, but there you go. You can actually do it if you want. You can do 4 Saber Maul. But like I said, that's not what I want to do, so I'm not going to glue him. But yeah, that's pretty fun. You could actually do it if you wanted to. 4 Sabers, heck yeah. All right, there you have him. So I went with Stoic Face Maul, of course, in the pose that I expected. Now you'll notice he's not on the base. There's a reason for that. When I paint him, I want to make sure I can do a good job, right? Even if people can't see his britches, I want to make sure I can get up under there. So that way I can make sure I get that primed and everything, and I can get up there with the paintbrush. So I'm super excited to paint this guy. So yeah, I'll go do the probe droids, get those together. I'll give a final shot, and then we'll get out of here. All right, guys. So that'll do it. I only put together one. The reason actually is I actually want to save the 2 flight stands for my ARC trooper, the 2 low flight stands for my ARC troopers. I prefer having them low profile. No, that is not a silhouette thing. I just prefer them being a little lower so they can kind of be collected. So I'm going to save those. And like I said, the one gives a good enough idea, but Maul is pretty awesome. I'm really happy with him. But like I said, I was predisposed to be happy with him going into this. So anyway, thanks for joining me today. Like I said, I know I'm way late on this, but just wanted to share my experience. Thanks guys for joining me, and go Commando. Thank you.